Alright, now, hi, this is me, Barry Paul. Now, the picture I'm holding in my hand is a very unique picture. And what it represents is it's like a mining piece of equipment. Now, when I draw these things, I always look on the side that everything I draw is designed on an Earth-type standard. But basically the equipment is what you call high-tech. Now, this particular piece here is used for mining on asteroids and planets and any place under the sea, wherever you want to do it at. It's designed in such a way that it can be used in any of these environments. But it's also a spaceship. It's submersible itself, and you can take it into outer space and land on an asteroid and mine the materials. And I'll give you a little explanation of some of the equipment on it. The piece here at the very bottom here is like a high-powered disintegrator device that can take material and break it down into its constituent components, absorb it, send it into a central chamber, process it and turn it back into mass, and store it as raw material. Or there's another piece of equipment that after it brings it in as raw material, it can be processed. And this thing is very big for a small piece of equipment. Now, it's not totally huge, but it's pretty good size. This represents an Earth-type person compared to one of the small rockets on it. It's not gigantic, but it's good sized piece of equipment, and it's used for mining several tons of material. But they have much bigger ones than this. But this one is like a small scout mining equipment. Now, it's got pieces of equipment in it for stabilization, thrust, propulsion. It has all that. And up here, it's like a little window where the pilot is, and so he can see outside the ship. It has arms up that it can send out to manipulate pieces of equipment, and then it has other things that can blast rock. Or if somebody was going to get really nasty about it, they could use these as weapons. But basically, they're used to blast rock out of materials, and like you want to pulverize something, you could shoot it and blast a hole through it. But it's basically a piece of mining equipment, and it's got radar, the equipment about radar, and it has all these other pieces of equipment in it. But I drew this because I had an image of it in my head one night, and it persisted. So every time these things come to me, eventually I get around to taking a pencil and paper and some colors and things, and I draw it. And it takes me a while to get the images all connected, but I gotta go through 3 or 4 drawings before I get the whole image of it. Because some of my drawings start as a little piece. Okay, when I first drew this thing, I drew it starting with rather than up in this area here. I mean, I didn't draw the dome first. I drew this in here, and then I started working on it. And I kind of worked from the middle and got working on the top, because the first thing that came to me was the center of it. And then as I studied it, the image in my head moved around, showing me different sections. So when I saw this section, I drew, because I thought it was just going to be a flying saucer with windows. But as I drew it, it came out more and more as a spaceship for mining than just a spaceship for flying around the universe exploring. But in a sense, it's still an exploration vehicle, because you can explore the universe, you can take samples of everything, and you can process materials, and you can use the raw materials to take back to your home planet for analysts, manufacture, or whatever you happen to want to use it for. But now, eventually they're going to show me stuff that's more high-tech than this, and once I get my mind where I can get more technically visual, because see, every time I study something, I study the Earth-type version of it, and then I look at do my thoughts, and I'll pick up pieces of what that version of it, from the high-tech version, I take it down to an Earth-type version. This is the Earth-type version of their explorational machine that they use for extracting materials, and it's a manufacturing and all that stuff. So it's a very, very unique piece of equipment. And I have drawn many of these, but you know, they always show me this stuff, and they give me information about it. A lot of information comes through there. Now, I'm gonna show you something else. Cause it represents the same thing as that other one, except it's more like a robot.